Man not touch road, left the machine. When we step out, me say the whole team clean. Shelly whole bar whenever we step in. If you violate, it is a crime scene. Happy bonus flipping at the morning. Give thanks to Father God before the dawning. Haters jealous of the life where we live in. Born dirty bad mind from the beginning. Me have the very I just so read a full. Pussy violate them, get them blood drip. Send with them brain pan. Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl. Say my name, say my name, say my name, say my name. Queen Blahma. And I'm back, y'all, for another live reaction. Y'all know how we like to do? We are back for another live reaction. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Smack that likety-like button on the way in. Hey, y'all, hey. Love bugs. Welcome, y'all. I am, looking for my little freaking playlist. Shoot. 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm looking for my playlist, y'all. You know I gotta listen to my dang on Vito. There we go. We got my playlist going. Hey, everybody's. Hey, everyone's. Happy Thursday. Ain't today Thursday? It's today Thursday, yeah. Happy Thursday, y'all. February the 29th. And guess what? Guess what? We done found a new series on TikTok titled The Lies He Told. I was just looking through TikTok today and I'm like, The Lies He Told, part 14. What the hell? So I clicked on Sis' channel. She got 25 parts of The Lies He Told. We about to check it out. I have no clue what this is about. I don't know if it's good. I haven't seen it going viral yet, so I'm not sure, y'all, but we gonna go ahead and get in it and see what's cracking. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. I'm gonna turn this screen share on, and we're gonna go ahead and push play and see what Sis talking about.
I know I said earlier that this would be Who the Fuck Did I Get Married
Let me
season.
see. I want to start it from the beginning, y'all. There we go.
Hi, and welcome. I know I said earlier that this would be Who the Fuck Did I Get Married season 2? But I want Miss Reesa to get her flowers. So this series will be entitled The Lies He Told. Don't it sound like a Lifetime movie?
Good morning, y'all.
So buckle your seatbelt because this is going to be a ride. All right. On January 5th, 2020.
Oh, Lord.
I contacted a restaurant called Phil and Derek's here in Houston. My best friend at the time, remember, I'm not saying anybody's government or real name or nickname or what have you. My best friend Naya was in town for her birthday. Her birthday is January 5th. And we wanted to do brunch. We wanted to do Sunday Fun Day. We had an agenda that day, but we did not have any reservations at all. So I took it upon myself that morning to contact Phil and Derek's. And when I called, um, a gentleman answered the phone. Thanks for calling Phil and Derek's. This is Jared. How can I help you? I said, Hi, Jared. My name is Jillian. Um, I'm trying to call to see if I can make a reservation today for a party of 5. Jared says, "Oh, that's impossible, Miss Jillian. We don't have any reservations, like same day reservations. I mean, it's really busy on a Sunday." I said, "Man, come on. It's my best friend's birthday. She's just in town until, the morning, or it was like Tuesday or something." And I said, "Please, you sure you can't squeeze us in anywhere?" He put me on a brief hold. He came back to the phone and he said, "I got you." I said, "Bet, my dog. I appreciate that." And he said, hey, but when you come, bring me a Powerade. I said,
Mm,
a Powerade? He said, yeah. I said, what color you want? He said, blue. I said, bet.
a
Okay.
Powerade.
So I round up all the girls. It's five of us. Hop in the truck. We drive to Philanderies. We get there, I think, around 1 o'clock. I think the reservation was for one. We go in. Actually, we didn't go in. I hopped out at the ballet. I think I was the last one to get out of the truck, but I had the blue Powerade in my hand. And I saw this man walk outside, and he was dressed as if he was a part of the staff at Philanderies. And so I walk up to him and I said, are you Jared? And he says, yeah. He said, do we know each other? I said, here your Powerade. And he was like, oh, you bought it. I said, yeah, I did. I said, I wasn't going to forget about you. So we broke contact. I go in, we get seated at the section, we eat, we laugh, we talk, we drink. A guy, fine ass man, walk up to me that was sitting at the bar. He was telling me his life story. Hey, baby, I work in the oil and gas field. I got that bread. I got this. I got that. And, I'm intrigued. I'm like, oh, okay, boo. Take me out. Do something with me.
Child.
So Jared walks up and Jared says, hey, man, she already married.
Mm-mm.
I look at my homegirls. I said, I'm married. I don't see no. I said, sir, I don't even know that man. See, I'm capping at this point because, of course, I just brought you a Powerade, but we was in there for a couple of hours, and so he had spotted me from the side of the room talking to a whole nother man. So he comes over and he tells him that. So we leave Philanderies. We go to the address. We party. I'm in there, bottles. Just us doing what we doing, celebrating a beautiful woman and making it another year. So
What the heck happened after this man walked up to the player you was talking to who was trying to get in your panties? And then this dang on what you call him? What they called? This cock blocker. Not that it took me to think of that. This cock blocker then came up talking about she married, and you said, "Boy, I don't even know this man." What did the man say? Like, he didn't got you and your friends up in there with no reservation, and you said you ain't. What happened after that? You ain't gonna just jump to the other part. Now we popping bottles in another location. No. What the fuck happened? After this man told this man you married and you not married at all. Like, what was your friend's response? What the fuck? Child, ain't no way. That's
my best friend leaves that Tuesday, and I eventually start to have a fever.
oh.
I go to the CVS Minute Clinic. I go in and I'm like, hey, I'm sick as a dog. I don't know what's going on. You
Mm-mm-mm.
know, y'all, what's going on? They check me. They say, well, you don't have influenza A or B.
Now remember, y'all, she said 2020. If you paid attention to Reese's story, 2020. 2020 is COVID. Child. Well, clearly people weren't taking COVID seriously at all. Oh, y'all, we was in the house with gloves and masks and putting sanitizer all on our face and everything else, and they was just out kicking it and meeting men and girl, girl, and we wonder why the hell we went on lockdown. We got two prime examples of women that were out just mingling and meeting people in the prime of COVID, and we wonder why the hell we ended up locked down. Mm-mm-mm.
You don't have,
Child,
pneumonia. Like, they were just telling me I didn't have any of the normal stuff.
crazy.
But in 2020, nobody knew what the fuck COVID was.
Oh, yes, we did.
I had COVID because guess what?
Girl,
Naya had came in from Dubai.
mm-mm.
Most people that were catching COVID at the very beginning, they was catching it from people that was coming from out the country. So, case in point, I was sick as a dog.
She said in 2020 nobody knew what COVID was. You go back to Reesa's story. In 2020, Georgia went on lockdown from COVID. So we didn't been warned, we didn't been triggered, we didn't been told, we didn't been told, and we didn't been told. And then they put us on complete lockdown. But sis is saying nobody knew what COVID was in 2020. Although we were locked the hell in the houses. We were out here, y'all. Oh my goodness. I specifically remember me and my husband, we were walking down the hallway in the freaking the hotel, and the other couple had on their mask and we had on our mask, and it was so normal at that point. And I thought in my head, who would have ever thought that a day would come that we would be walking around with gloves and mask and everything on, and people, it was perfectly fine. Back then, if you seen somebody walking somewhere with a mask, you instantly knew, oh hell no, get away from them, something's wrong. Oh no, what's wrong with you? You got the plague? What's wrong with you? You got something serious. Oh, go lock yourself away. But then all of a sudden, mask just became the thing. I remember it like it was yesterday because it was so, it's amazing to me how this couple had on their mask and we had on our mask, and nothing was wrong. Like it was the normal thing to do. Child, she said nobody knew what it was. Hmm. Girl.
I want to make it clear that I did not have Jared's number or any way to contact him after I left Philadelphia that day. We didn't exchange numbers, any of that shit. I'm gonna just put that out there. So of course, it's gonna be parts of the story that's gonna make me really look dumb. I ain't gonna lie. I done told y'all this before. This is a disclaimer. So I'm sick as a dog for a good 2 weeks. All
Mm-mm.
right. One day, it fell on my heart to call Phil and Derek's again. So I called up there and I said, hey, y'all got a manager there by the name of Jared? And they say, yeah. I said, he there? They said, no, he not here. They said, is there a message that I could leave for him? I said, well, to be honest with you, I really want to leave a good review because he took care of us. He made sure that we had what we needed, yada, yada, yada. And so they said, okay, let me write your name and your number down, and I'm going to have one of the owners to call you back. So one of the owners did contact me back like within the day. And just for this story, her name is Maria. Maria contacts me and she says, hey, I got your number and your name, and they told me that you want to make a review on one of our managers. And I say, yes, Jared was amazing. I appreciate his customer service. Uh, we from Mississippi, so we know about being hospitable. And we just wanted to thank you and to thank him for just a lovely evening, a lovely, brunch or what have you. And she said, okay, I'm going to definitely pass the message along. Thank you so much. We ended the call. I call, stupid ass, I call back up there again.
Oh
Because at
Lord.
that point, I was trying to figure out in my mind why that man had told that man that I was married. Where he get that shit from? He know something I don't know. So I call back. I call back up there. I said, hey, may I please speak to Jared? And the man said, hold on 1 second. Jared pick up the phone. Hello, this is Jared. I said, Jared, I don't know if you remember me, but this is Jillian, the one that brought you that Powerade 2 weeks ago. He said, yeah, man, what's up? What's up? I said, how you doing? He said, man, I'm good. We just busy, man. I said, that's cool. I'm not going to hold you too long. I said, but I have a question for you. I said, I don't know if you remember this, but that Sunday that I came in there, a young man was speaking to me, and you walked up and you told that man that I was married. I said, now why would you do some shit like that? I said, I was really trying to get that man number.
What the
And
hell?
that's me. I'm ignorant like this. So I asked the question. I said, why would you say something like that to him? He said, well, dudes come in here all the time and they be, on women, and women really don't be interested. So I felt, you know, I could come over there and kind of relieve you a little bit because I ain't really think you was feeling it, nigga. I said, oh, okay. He said, but I got to get back to what I'm doing. Is there any way that I can get your number or I can give you my number and then, we could talk offline? I don't really want to be on these folks' phone. I said, oh, that's cool. He gave me his number. And so we started chit chat. We started talking. Maybe about a week later, that's when everything started to shut down here in Houston because of COVID. Now, part two is where it really gets going.
Y'all, this is ain't these stories very familiar?
Part two of the lies he told.
These stories are so familiar. So Reesa met the dude. 2 weeks later, they went on a date. A week after that, 2 weeks after that, they went on lockdown. This lady met the dude. She was sick for 2 weeks. Then she contacted him. Then she tried to contact him again. Then a week later, they was locked down.
So we exchanged phone numbers and we immediately start texting. About a week later, that's when we find out that the city is on shutdown because of COVID. So our very first date, red flag number one,
Here we go.
because it's going to be several. Just so you know, it's going to be several. First red flag. Hey, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna be at work all day. Um, is it okay if I pull up on you? We can do dinner at your house.
Hell
You don't
no.
have to cook. We can order a piece of some light,
Hell
something like
no.
that. And I said, okay, cool.
Mm-mm.
My son, the only son that I had at the time, which for this series, his name is Walker. Walker was with his dad that day, so I had the house to myself. It had to be a Wednesday or a Thursday. So um, I ordered the pizza
Mm-mm.
and he showed up.
Child.
And so we sat, we talked, and we began to start having engaging conversations about who we were to one another, such as, hi, I'm Jill, I'm from Mississippi, I have one kid, yada, yada, yada. All right. When you initially have a conversation with someone, you don't expect them to give you any information that's not true, right? So, this is how our conversation went. Jared tells me that he was originally from Louisiana. He was born and raised in Louisiana. His grandmother, raised him. He had a daughter. He had been married before, and his ex wife cheated on him. Ex wife cheated on him. And she actually lives in Germany on a teaching job. He told me that he had a house with his ex wife in Humble, Texas. He told me during this conversation, this is our very first initial conversation
Child.
over pizza. He told me that his mother was a physician.
Sound like Reesa and old boy, right? What was his name? What was she calling him? I can't think of what she was calling him. It's right on the tip of my tongue too, but I can't think of Legion. Legion. How I couldn't remember that. That dude remind me of the plague. Like I don't know why Legion reminds me of the plague. Like ugh. But child, I don't know. These men, when a child, if they coming off on the first dang on conversation telling you they whole entire life story, and then they go and talking about the ex-wife, and then the ex-wife cheated on them, 9 times out of 10 they lying. They are lying. Understand? Fuck that.
He told me that his mother had him at such a young age that, of course, his grandmother had to raise him. Of course, that's believable. Of course. He told me that he went to culinary art school at the
Lies.
Arts Institute.
Lies.
He stated that he had three vehicles, that his credit score was amazingly high. And he also told me that his lease was about to be up at his apartment and he was getting ready to move out. And one last thing that he told me is that he used to play football.
Oh no.
Not arena football, but he used to play football in high
Child.
school. Okay.
Too many
Also, in
similarities.
addition to going to the Arts Institute for Culinary Arts, he also said that he graduated from U of H, which is University of Houston, with a degree in hotel management. I believe he said hotel management. By him being in the restaurant business, I definitely believe that. Okay. As the time goes on, as the parts come, as they start to move, I'll be exposing most of it. And if I remember other things, I'll make sure to let you know. So, like I said before, this was our initial conversation with one another. I told him, I said, wow, that is impressive. That's a lot. He also told me that he had, money in his savings and stuff. He's a great saver. He knows he's financially stable, things of that nature. Okay. I said, okay, cool. No problem. That's awesome. I said, so the three cars, where are the three cars at? I mean, I've only seen you in the Camaro. And he was like, yeah, I keep those other two at my mom's crib because, I live in an apartment complex. So, I don't want to have all my cars over there. Okay, bet. That's understandable. I got you. I said three cars. That's crazy. All right. So the night goes on. I'm not gonna sit here and cap one night. If you follow me, you follow me. That was a one night. And that man never left my house. He went to work. He would come back the next day. He went to work.
What?
He would come back the next day. So during the time when
Hold on. Man, I'm trying not to I'm trying not to discredit her real quick at all because it's very easy to discredit what she's saying and say she lying because we just experienced Reese's story. So it's just like, oh my gosh, there's too many damn similarities. What is really going on? Oh my gosh. So I'm not gonna discredit what she's saying. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try my best not to say I don't believe her. Although that's where my brain is going, but I'm not gonna do that to her. Not yet, anyway. We're gonna talk about it, child, as if we believe everything sis saying. She just told y'all that the date, first date, remember, he got her in the reservation, so that was the first time she seen him. The second time she seen this man, he came to her house. She ordered the pizza, meaning she paid for it. He stayed in her house and he never left. That's what she just said. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This all happened in one day. Then he went to work. He never left. What? So he had clothes in his car. Sis, how did he come to your house for the date? He said, I'm be at work all day. So can we meet at your house? He came to your house for the date. You ordered the food and you telling us he went to work from your house. So he had he living in his car? Look, she said he ain't never leave. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I really don't want to judge my sisters like this. But what is going on? This is the second time she met this man. Mm-mm. So if he didn't leave, when did your son Walker meet him? Because Walker was with his dad that Wednesday, but this man, it went into Thursday and then he went to work. So Walker done met the new man Thursday. Oh sis, you said this was gonna make you sound dumb. And oh, Reesa didn't have no kid up in this. I'm gonna click play because this right here,
When I met him, he was driving a Camaro.
hell no.
One night, he picked me up from Prospect Park. I got an Uber there. He got off of work
They
at Phil
all
and
lying.
Derek's,
That's
and
the
then he
guy,
came and scooped
girl.
me up. I noticed on that night that he had a pink tag on his Camaro,
Oh.
and there was a name on the back,
Mm-mm.
and the name said Cece.
Oh. Oh, oh. Hmm. And this is all after he didn't spend the night in your house, right? Oh, no, 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 y'all. I have no clue if she showed any proof of anything, you guys. I seen this series this morning and I said I'm gonna watch this with y'all today. We gonna watch it today, y'all. Because child, we ain't gonna be 3 weeks late like we were for the Risa. We gonna get this. I don't know if she showed any proof. We just watching. But this is out of freaking control. Ain't no way. Honestly, so many of our sisters do this. I don't even know to ask her for proof because so many of us just we do this. Jeez Louise, y'all heard her. She said the dude from the bar approached her and was feeding her lines, talking about how much money he got and this and that, and she got excited and was like, "Ooh, take me out." Like, but she could take herself out the entire time. So, there's no reason to even be displaying that type of thirsty behavior. Not to bash her, but that's thirsty behavior. Little bodies do that, not grown women. Child, y'all. So she left off with saying, "This man came to her house and this man didn't leave her house."
So that was weird to me because his name was Jared.
CC.
So
Oh hell no.
we go home,
Y'all go home.
and I didn't bring it up or anything.
Mm-mm.
So as time goes by, we basically shacking.
Fuck no.
But let me be clear.
I'm gonna mute myself because I am blown the freak away over here, and I know y'all could just hear me keep interrupting, like, oh hell no. I'm gonna mute myself because this right here, this right here, I believe topped Reese's story because like, oh girl. And I'm gonna just push play and mute myself and talk to my damn self over here. I'm mm-mm.
The first week that he started living with me,
Hell
he
no.
was paying my bills.
Oh,
He
Reese
paid my
Tisa,
rent.
I'm done.
He was buying groceries.
Bye,
He
y'all.
was doing for my son at the time. He was most definitely paying my household bills.
What?
And I was pocketing all my money. Most
Look.
definitely was.
Oh my gosh.
So one day he
Mm-mm-mm.
comes home and now he's in a Nissan Altima.
Lord.
And I said, "What happened to the Camaro?" He said, "I'm letting it sit for a minute. I need to get some tires on it or what have you. I keep spinning out trying to come home. So, you know, um, I'm gonna just let it sit. So now, I'm gonna drive the Nissan." I said, "Okay, cool. I remember you saying you had a couple cars." I said, "So what a Camaro at?" He said, "Oh, I got it sitting over at my mom's crib." I said, "Okay, cool." He says, "So, I really would like for you to meet my daughter." Now he
No,
told
thank you.
me on one of our initial
Fuck.
conversations that he goes and he sits at
Mm-mm.
the grandmother's stop sign to get his daughter from school every day because her mother cannot do so. I said, "Wow, you pick up your kid every day? Like from the bus?" He said, "Yeah, she's out there in Humble." So I drive out there to Humble, make sure she gets off the bus fine. and everything. And then sometimes, I go and take her to get something to eat, and then I just run her back to her mom's. But she's going to school in her grandmother's district.
I thought the mom
It
was in
never dawned on me
Germany.
to ask him why the grandmama can't get her off the bus. Never dawned on me. So I said, okay, cool. And
So, cause y'all know, child, I be talking a lot, but I'll be listening. Remember, she told us in part one that he said he was married and he had a house with the ex-wife in whatever part of Texas, and the wife was off in Germany on a teaching job. So, child.
so I noticed that he worked extremely long hours. And when I mean extremely long hours, I mean he would sometimes leave at 6 in the morning, and he wouldn't be back till like 2 in the morning the next morning.
Mm,
When Phil and Derek's, they stay open till about 2, but he would say, "No, we got inventory, babe. We doing this, we doing that." So of course, when you're in the restaurant business, I know they have long hours. I do know that. I do know that. So
that's
I
true.
ain't knock him. I ain't asked too many questions at the beginning because I was like, surely he working. He paying these bills. He working. I ain't worried about it. That's why I fucked up. I didn't ask shit. And I'm gonna tell you now, when I get to part 3, you'll start to see the lies he told. Part 3, the lies he told.
Child. Mm-mm.
So one day I said, babe, since you're going to pick your daughter up, how about you bring her back to the house and we go get something to eat? I got Walker. Let's just go and get something to eat. He said, okay, let me hit her mom up. Let me make sure that's cool.
What?
I'm going to let you know something. So he calls me back about an hour later. He was like, babe, I'm bringing CC. Cool. Cool. So he brings CC.
So Cece is the daughter, but the name on the back of the Camaro is Cece. And he talking about let me call the wife like she's not stationed over in Germany for a teaching job. Child.
To my townhouse at the time. And I say, all right, let's go to Toro hibachi spot around the corner, because my baby love hibachi, right? So Walker is excited to see this baby.
Walker and Cece.
However, Cece is very quiet. She's very weird. And I hate to say this about a 7-year-old baby, but I know children, and I know when children are fearful. And this
Mm-hmm.
baby was scared. So I said, babe, do does she talk? Like, is she okay? And he was like, yeah,
Does
babe,
she
she just
talk?
quiet. She quiet like a daddy.
The
I said,
hell?
okay. Okay. I said, that makes sense. So I said, baby, get whatever you want. I'm going to pay for it. Get whatever you want. Now, at this point in time, I did not know what I
I d- Where the hell do that come into play? I'ma pay for it, get whatever. Like I couldn't. Yo, it's some different type of sisters up out there for real. Because first, second, and third of all, like when me and my family go out, we don't announce who's gonna pay for it. It is there is no announcement. I'm gonna pay for it, baby. Hey, big daddy, I'm paying for this. Get whatever you want. You too, son, and you too, daughter. I'm paying for it. Y'all get whatever y'all want. What the fuck? They gonna get whatever the fuck they want, regardless of who's paying for it. Like, what is this tricking it, big mama trick mama? I'm paying for it. Get whatever you want. Oh no, not him. He worked 27 hours a day. He paying for every goddamn thing. Girl, I don't even know where my card is. Do I have one? I left that at home. Shit.
know now. So I'm embracing this baby because I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna be with this man, if we, having talks, because at this point we was having talks about a family. I said,
Child.
I love kids. I'm accepting of her. Hell, in my mind, I'm trying to figure out what size this baby wear in
Mm.
clothes. That's just the woman I am. So we all eating. I noticed that she not eating. I said, what's wrong with her? And why did she get steamed rice? And all of us got fried rice. He was like, she don't like fried rice. She don't like fried rice. She don't like a lot of stuff. I said, okay, so she picky. That's cool. We go and we take her to an apartment over by the mall. I never forget it. And we drop her off. The next morning, that nigga wake up in a rage. Oh, I'm in the bathroom. I didn't know what was going on. So I come out and I say, babe, what's wrong? You good? I'm thinking there's something going on at the job. He in a hurry. He putting on clothes. I said, babe, what's wrong? He said, man, her mama come texting me talking about, you know, I lied to her talking about it was just gonna be me and her going out to eat last night. And Cece went home and told her mama that I was out to eat with you and your son. And now it's the whole thing. And now she won't even let me see my daughter no fucking more. Man, I'm so
What?
tired of this shit. He throwing shit. And I said, man, wait a minute, hold on. I said, now, woman to woman, I could holler at her for like for you. I can talk to her because maybe she is disrespected. She ain't met me
You don't want to talk to her because she gonna punch you in your damn face. Understand? She gonna punch you right in your damn face because you should understand that he told you she was off in Germany on a damn teaching job. I don't even understand how the fuck she keep forgetting this whole part in her story, but I remember it because I knew it was a lie when the fuck he first said it. Oh hell no. Child Bob. That's why the baby was so uncomfortable. Her goddamn daddy didn't swooped her up from the bus stop and took her around another goddamn woman. These kids are not slow. Poor baby. That poor baby. Oh hell no.
yet. Don't
Girl,
bring nobody around my motherfucking baby if I don't know you, you know? And so
I don't know when the mama
he
came
said,
back.
no, baby, that's bullshit. That bullshit, he going in. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna let you handle it. I said, but you got rights to your baby, right? Like you able to see your baby because you told me you was on child support. Yeah, man, I'm on child support. I said, okay. Matter of fact, every time I look like that, just know it's something behind it when I look like that. I said, okay, well, child support order, you get visitation rights. She can't deny you your baby.
No, the fuck you don't. And what's crazy is because she got Walker and she don't know this. She got Walker. Walker living with her. And she don't like child. It be the dumb baby mamas telling the deadbeat baby daddy something for me. Girl, you got rights. You pay child support, right? Okay. All right. Whatever you say, sis.
Baby man. I said, and you know, I understand that you still trying to get this baby your last name or whatever because of how the situation went down. Let me explain to you how he told me the situation went down of him finding out that Cece was his baby. He used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings for 12 years.
Child,
That man said that a woman started working at Buffalo Wild Wings
I'm too done.
and she and him had a thing. She ended up getting pregnant, but he didn't know that she got pregnant because she left Buffalo Wild Wings before she got pregnant. Obviously, they had a one night stand. And he said 4 years later, she walks into Buffalo Wild Wings with his daughter and said, meet your daughter. This is your daughter. He claimed that they went and got swabbed, got a DNA test, and it was his baby. He said he is still working to get the baby last name his last name. But right now, she got her mama last name. Okay, cool. Now, before I met this baby, I said, let me see a picture of it. He showed me a picture of it. I said, oh my.
So where the hell is the wife in Germany? He worked at Buffalo Wild Wings for 12 years. The baby is 7 years old. The lady approached him, what he said, 4 years ago and said, this your daughter. Where the wife, the wife that's in Germany, where did she even come in at? Like, that's his ex-wife from 12 years ago?
My God, she mixed. Damn. I said, okay, what she mixed with? He said, she mixed with Mexican. I said, okay. I said, show me a picture of her mama. He showed me a picture of the mother. But it's always a naiveness to their madness because when he showed me her page, it was her Facebook page. And I always remember names. I'm gonna remember names, numbers, street numbers, all that shit. I'm gonna remember all of that. So I remembered her name. So by this time,
Yo, it's not making no sense.
um, I said, okay, well, let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you. Let me know. Another thing about Jerry.
Good morning, Nicole. Yes, this is a another lady telling her story. Hers is titled The Lies He Told.
It is, he never wanted me to meet his family. He would always say, my mama work all the time. She ain't never ever, available. And if she is, she in third world partying with her little hood friends. He would say
What?
shit like that. Then he said his daddy wasn't in his life. So, because he was in and out of prison all the time. And his grandmama raised him. So, he didn't really know what his daddy was. I said, okay.
So he grown as hell. Understand this, y'all. This man said he was working at Buffalo Wild Wings for 12 damn years. He is extremely grown. He said his mama work all the time. And then said when she not working, she's partying with her little friends in the ward. That's what he told her. That's why she couldn't meet his mom.
Out of the blue one day, he got in contact with his daddy. And he said, babe, you want to meet my dad?
Sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I want to meet your father. We went to go meet his daddy. I took pictures with his daddy. Matter of fact, I had this same dress on when I met his daddy. Sure did. By this time, mind you, this was maybe 3 or 4 weeks after I had met his daughter. I said, uh, I said, hey, we got something to tell you. He needed to see his daddy because he wanted to tell his daddy that he had a baby on the way. Whole time that we was there,
She got
I ain't
pregnant?
never said shit about the daughter that I had met. Never said nothing because we was too excited about our new baby that we were about to have.
Oh
He
Lord.
said, man, you gonna go and put a ring on it and everything. And he's talking about, hell yeah, this my wife now, shit. Okay. So
Oh wow.
his dad started calling and checking up on his new daughter-in-law. He called me one day. He said, hey baby, how you doing? I said, Pop, I'm good. I'm good. I said, everything going well. We got a doctor's appointment set up after we leave Mississippi because at this point, I'm going to take homeboy to go see my folks in Mississippi because at this point, you got to meet Mr. Daddy. You got to meet my daddy. Okay. And he was like, okay, okay, okay. I said, and speaking of, I forgot to tell you when I saw you that I had met your other beautiful granddaughter. He said, Chucky daughter. I said, Chucky. He said, yeah,
Hmm.
my daughter Chucky. I said, no, 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 no. Not Jared's sister. I
Chucky.
said, Jared baby. He said, Jared baby. I said, yeah, Jared daughter.
So it's CC for Chucky. Remember the license plate on the back of the Camaro says CC.
Oh, CC, man, stop playing. He said, Jared ain't got no motherfucking kids.
Mm-mm-mm.
Huh?
Mm-mm.
I said, man, Jared has a 7-year-old daughter. Maybe
Ah.
you confused because he was you've been in and out and stuff. And he said, I ain't been in and out that damn long. And with you, to be honest with you, he said, I'm gonna just tell you this. My nephew told me when I was locked up that Jared is a stone cold liar. He said, so I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no way in the world Jared would
Mm-mm-mm.
have had a baby without telling his mama or me. Ain't no way he would have done that. He said, have you talked to his mama? I said,
So y'all understand what happened, right? Jared took his girlfriend's daughter to dinner with his other girlfriend and her son. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I just mm.
I ain't never met his mom. He said, exactly. Now, I got to go to church, but part 4 will be coming tonight. Stay tuned.
Child.
Okay, guys, thank y'all so much for allowing me to go to church. Jesus. All right. Let me do I'm a dial this thing back. You guys have a lot of valid questions, and I know that I left a lot of things out, but I did not do it intentionally because I'm sitting around here trying to get y'all a low level overview of my story when I really supposed to be giving y'all every specific detail. And I apologize for that. So let's get back to it. At the very beginning, I told you guys that the brunch occurred on January 5th of 2020. After the brunch, I got extremely sick. My best friend left that Tuesday. By that Wednesday or by that Tuesday night, I was already running a fever.
Y'all understand? Friends came in town. They went to a restaurant. The friends left back out of town and wonder why everybody was just the whole world was shut down. Like in the midst of COVID, these people were still traveling to different states, no mask or nothing, going up in restaurants, partying with all kinds of random people, and they was taking it right back to their families in entire different states.
Went to the Minute Clinic. They told me, hey, it ain't the flu, none of that stuff or whatever. Nobody at this time knew about COVID. Okay. I'm almost deathly ill on the couch for a good 2 weeks. My kid wasn't here with me or anything. So I was basically trying to fend for myself. I started feeling a little bit better closer to maybe the end of January. I had, I remember where I was. I remember making the phone call to Phil and Derek's and asking for him and to say, hey, I want to put in a good review on him. Then I remember getting the call back from the owner or the co-owner. And she told me, hey, we appreciate that. Boom, boom, boom. I called back shortly after. This was not in the same day.
Crazy. She calling to check on the man and get a hold of the man and the man and the man, but never not one time told these people, hey, I was up in here partying and I'm sick as hell. I came to your establishment. I was partying up in there with my friends and I'm sick as hell. And then calling the next place that they was partying at and telling them people too. Hey, I was up in there partying and I'm sick as hell now. I don't know what because the normal person is gonna call the place and I don't know what the hell y'all then got going up in there. What the hell y'all served me? But we about to have some issues because I'm sick as hell after I done left your place. She calling the place looking for dick. This is out of control. Sick as hell. What she said, I'm deathly ill on the couch, fiending for myself. And I keep calling looking for Jared. Whoa. I'm gonna leave a good review. What the fuck, girl? You took him a Powerade. You should have kept that shit for yourself.
Hey guys, but I called back shortly after and I got his number.
Sure.
I'm not going to say that it was the same night, but it was shortly after. He said, hey, I'm working like crazy. Let me come to your house. We're going to order pizza. We're going to talk it out.
That shit
And
sound
that's what
crazy.
happened. Every day after that night, he did not leave my townhome, meaning that he would go to work and he would come back. Okay. That one nighter did produce a little beautiful 3-year-old. It did. Okay. I just want to make that clear. I'm really not too concerned about the dates right now or the months or whatever because I'm trying to make sure that I give you guys this high level overview so there won't be any.
She said that one nighter produced a 3-year-old baby. Did she said he didn't leave that night. He came for the pizza and he didn't leave. So she I'm going to assume that she slept with him that night. I want to know, did you use a condom? That like I just this stuff they telling these stories and I appreciate them telling these stories because there's someone out there that needs to hear this stuff because they doing it right now. But oh my gosh, the second time she met this man, understand she only seen his face 2 times. The second time she seen him, he never left her home. She paid for the pizza that night. He did not leave. She gave that man coochie that night. Did y'all use protection at least? This right here, I get it. And I get not wanting to be lonely and not wanting to be single and stuff, but do y'all not care about your lives at all? A condom. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I don't believe they used a condom. I do not. Just because of how she's coming off and she laughing and like it's cute or it's funny. This shit is not cute. It's not cute at all. She and my dumb ass, I'ma tell y'all, it's not fucking cute. This shit is out of control. That I promise is out of control. Our sisters are this is what they're doing. This is what they've been doing, and we knew it, and this is what they still doing. But now they out here putting the stories out for us to actually see and hear, like, oh, this is real life. This is really what they doing. And then we'll be angry, Lord forbid, they catch the house in Virginia and then they be angry at the man. They be so angry at this man. But you opened your legs to him and unprotected at that. You could be angry at this man, but you need to be angry at yourself. Not she didn't get the house of Virginia, y'all. I'm just saying as an example, like we understand this shit is out here and it's real. Reesa got pregnant as soon as she met the man. She had a miscarriage. This lady got pregnant and she had the baby. Like y'all don't believe in protecting yourselves at all?
Discrepancies in the story because I am telling 100% truth on this shit. Can't even sit here and make this up. When I met the daughter in February. We went out for hibachi because someone commented and said, well, the shutdown didn't happen until March, sis. Cool. I appreciate that. Because, see, the shutdown for me happened when I didn't go back to work after I got sick. Okay. So the Houston shutdown probably happened in March. But at some point, when people started getting sick early or mid February or early or late March, I mean, or late February, Phil and Derek's was doing like small capacity. Like you couldn't go in there and do brunch on the Sunday like we normally do, and the DJ in there, that shit wasn't happening. So, like I said again, I will probably be off about the dates. I apologize about that. We took the daughter to eat, and then shortly after I met his daughter, I met his dad. Okay, I met the dad in February. All right.
That's one thing about the two stories. Reesa Tisa wasn't in such a rush to get it out that she didn't have time to get her dates together. When I say I was very, 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 very interested in her story, and I even commented multiple times how she was able to give us part intro all the way through 50, and never, not one time, did it look like she was looking at a paper. Never, not one time did it look like Reesa was looking at a paper to remember what she was telling us. And she told us dates. She had it, she had it down, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There was no, nothing. She had her exact dates together. Sis is in a rush to get this stuff out because she's seen what Reesa did and how it went viral. So sis wants to get her story out, but she's in a rush doing it. And she didn't actually sit down and get everything together.
When I met the dad, I knew when I met him that I was pregnant.
Oh
When I
wow.
met the daughter, I did not know that I was pregnant. Okay. So, with that being said,
So she got pregnant
I want to
within
start
30
part four,
days or
but I
something?
also want to clarify something else
Dang.
that I did not tell you guys. I met his dad in the latter part of February, but on February 28th, He proposed to me
Mm.
on the side of the bed. There was no, exotic engagement or whatever. Like, hey, will you marry me? You're about to have my child. I want this for life with you. This is for lifers. All that shit. Yes. Okay. I said yes. I remember going to the nail shop that day. Facebook blowing up, Instagram blowing up. Yeah, she getting married. Yada yada yada. I remember all of that. Okay. So now we're going to enter into how the rest of the conversation went with dad, but we're also going to tap into another thing because now I am going to talk to you about the ex-wife and the story about that.
Oh, we interested. We want to know this ex-wife
Part four of
story.
the lies that he told. So I quickly get off the phone with his daddy, and I remembered that I saw the girl's Facebook page, the alleged baby mama. So I go to her Facebook page and I start stalking. I did find a picture of Cece on her page, and there was a comment that was on that girl's picture, and it was from an older African American woman. That lady commented and said, "Look at Granny's baby." The woman had Cece's last name, and the mom had Cece's last name. So at that time, I knew ain't no way this could be this boy's biological baby. I waited for him to come home and I said, "Jared, I have a question for you. And please believe me that if I ask you a question, I already know the answer to it. So please don't lie to me." I said, "Is Cece your biological kid?" That boy looked at me and he said, "Yeah, yeah, that's my baby. I already told you about, the Buffalo Wild Wings." I said, "I hear you." I said, "But let me tell you what I found out today. Today, I contacted your father and we had a conversation. And that conversation went a little bit about him asking how I was doing. And also, I told him that I had met CC and he had no idea who CC was. He told me that you don't have any children, Jared. So, are you going to be honest or what's like?
Um, I feel what you're saying, sis, but I think as far as believing her story, um, she had a baby with him. And that's not to say that everything she's saying is true, but she actually has a baby out of the relationship. So, um, and she's talking about the family and everything. So I believe if she lying, the family gonna come. Hey, just like Legion's ex-girlfriend and stepson and ex-wife came forward, if sis is lying about anything, people gonna come forward and they gonna say that she's lying. So just a matter of time. But she did say out of that relationship came a beautiful 3-year-old daughter. So she had a baby with him.
I need you to tell me what's going on. That man looked at me and he said, "That ain't my baby." He said, "But
I
I
don't
was
know
with
if
her
she
mom for some
showed
time
the baby.
and
I
I
don't know.
was
I
about
wouldn't
to get
really.
ready to try and
I
help
don't know.
raise
I
her
wouldn't
because
advise her to
her
show her
dad is
baby
in jail.
at
Her
all.
mom is still legally married to the father of that child. And I got so close to her and her baby that I told her that I would take responsibility as a man to help her raise her baby.
Child.
And I looked at that man and I said, "So you mean to tell me that you went and picked up another man's baby
Mm-hmm.
and claimed that child as your own and brought it to your this situation?" And like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, because I said, "But you also told me that you was on child support." So that was a lie too. Like, you're not on child support. I give her, I pay half of her rent. I said, "You
Lying
pay half of her
ass.
rent? You pay half of this woman's rent."
Didn't I tell y'all? Then they know what I said instantly. I said, so this man went and picked up his girlfriend's baby and took the baby to dinner with the other girlfriend. That's exactly what he did. Oh Lord. And she pregnant by him. Y'all understand? She having this conversation with this man and she pregnant by him. Child, y'all better stop opening y'all legs to these strangers. Ain't no way.
Jared. Yeah,
Hell
I'm doing the
nah.
best that I can to try to help her. Y'all, all of that was a lie.
Y'all please
That
hit the
man
like
was not
button.
paying nobody's half rent. He was not doing that. He was not doing that. So that was the very first lie that I found out quickly. But as this series progresses, you will find out how many lies this man has
Child.
told me. And they don't stop there. Part 5 coming up.
I just when she kept saying that the baby was quiet and the baby's not saying nothing and the baby looking weird, I already knew instantly. Either he's with the baby mama or like it's something, y'all, because the baby ain't uncomfortable for no reason. If the daddy and the mama not together, the baby knows. And so there's no being uncomfortable in this situation. But hecky nah. That is out of control. That man went and picked up somebody else's child. Not his at all. And took the baby to eat dinner with his girlfriend and her son. And then wonder why the girl was flipping out the next day. And she talking about, hold on, do you want me to go and talk to her? I did not say it. I said, no, you better not go talk to her. She gonna punch you in your damn face. Don't you dare try to approach her. She gonna knock your ass out. And for good reason. That's crazy. Out of control. Talking about he paid rent.
Part 5 of the lies he told.
And that was probably her
So time
Camaro.
progresses. We ended up going to Mississippi. He definitely meets my family. We go to Piccadilly. He tells my
Time progresses, y'all. She didn't figure it out the lies. The daddy told her that that wasn't his child. Now she didn't figure out that that's not his child, and he's still lying. And she figured out that it's lies, and she's still just, oh, we in Mississippi meeting my family now. You took a whole pathological liar to meet your family, and you knew he was a pathological liar before you took him to meet your family. Hmm. Uh-uh. I don't feel no sympathy at all. I don't feel it at all. I think any sympathy that I have for these type of stories, it Reesa got it. She got it all. So there's no more left to give. You feel me? I just feel like what the hell is going on with our dumbass sisters at this point? Like I got to call you my dumb ass sister. Sister, what the fuck is on your mind? Ooh, sister. Like you really? This nigga brought a whole nother woman's baby to your house. Y'all went to eat. He lied about everything, and you still took him to meet your family. Mm-mm.
parents at Piccadilly, like, oh,
Hell
yeah,
nah.
I used to be a very big dude. And I'm not going to lie, that man was heavy, over 350 pounds easy. Now he's about 186 in current time, 186 pounds. So he was telling them about how he got weight loss surgery done, how he's been able to maintain it. Because believe it or not, the boy could not eat a full Lunchable. So I knew he had some type of gastric sleeve or something like that. He told them the same things that he told me on the very first night, how he was raised in Louisiana, how, his grandmother, helped raise him, and that was his mom until he found out that, later on down the line that his real mama was his alleged sister, which she was there his entire life, from my understanding. And he just went down the line and he was telling them everything that he had told me. On the way back
So if that story is true about his real mom being his alleged sister, I would understand what he meant by she work all the time and when she's not at work, she's partying with her friends in the third ward. I would get it. I get it if that story is true because that means she had him when she was very young. So I would get it now, but we don't know if it's true or not. Because the daddy said, "Did you meet his mama?" Yeah, my point exactly. So what does that mean? What the hell that mean? Child?
from Mississippi, we came the Beltway, so we passed through the Atascocita Humble area. He said, "Babe, you want me to take you over there to where me and my ex-wife used to live?"
What the hell?
I said, "You talking about like your old house?" He was like, "Yeah." Because I know at some point we probably gonna be looking for houses. So I kind of want to show you the house that we stayed in because I want a much bigger house this time. I said, "Okay, that's cool." We drive, we drive into a
Exactly.
subdivision
Why the hell would she want that? I don't
and we
understand.
landed on a random street.
The hell?
Now, after the whole baby situation with Cece, I left a part out about Cece,
I'm tired of
but
hearing
I'll get
about
back to
Cece
that.
at this point. Shit.
We go down a random street and he points out to a house and he said, "Babe, that's the house that we used to have." Now,
Oh, let me get my charger.
I
Shit.
want to tell you guys the story about the ex wife and the situation with him. He told me,
Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my charger real quick, and I don't want to miss none of this. So y'all enjoy this quick little commercial break. Real quick, okay? I'm gonna play some music for y'all. Just real quick. Okay, y'all. I'm back. My bad, my bad. I hope you enjoyed the music. I'm gonna push play.
me, remember in one of those parts, I told you that he said that the wife cheated on him when they were married. So the storyline about the ex wife is that he was working out of town because he was training for different Buffalo Wild Wing restaurants that were up and coming in different local cities like Austin, San Antonio, Dallas. He's doing that. He claims that the man next door was sleeping around with his ex wife and he came home one day unexpected. His wife was home from work. She was not expecting him to be home. He told me that that man next door was sitting on his couch, on Jared's couch, holding his remote, watching his TV, butt ass naked. This man told me that they got into a tussle. The next door neighbor tried running out of the front door and he ends up shooting him in the leg. I asked Jared, did he go to jail for that? And he
Child.
told the officers that it was self defense and they let him off. He did not do any jail time because of that, because the man was technically in his home.
Mm-mm.
I believed that story.
I bet you did.
I did, guys. I believed it. And I know it makes me look like a fucking fool, but I did. I believed it. I really believed that that woman cheated on him and he shot that next door neighbor in the leg. I really did.
Maybe that's what happened to Legion Leg,
We
y'all.
pull off that street and we head home. Before
Hold on. Maybe that's what happened to Legion's leg. Y'all understand? You seen how the stories are corresponding now. Child. So, old boy came in and his wife was cheating. The man was sitting there bucket naked. He shot him in the leg. And then all of a sudden, Legion came home to Reesa and he was limping and just something was really wrong with his leg and he just couldn't even walk and he refused to go to the doctor. Oh my goodness, y'all. We figured it out, y'all. Y'all go tell TikTok. We figured out what happened to Legion's leg. We surely did.
Before we could make it home, I was on my phone on Harris County Appraisal District. I was smart enough this time. I'm dumb about a lot of shit that's gonna occur on this series. But I was smart enough to get the house number, the name of the street, subdivision, all of that. I punched it into HCAD property search. The same owners have been owning that house since 2011, since that lot was sold, since the
My bad, Nicole. I'm just not looking at the chat. She didn't want anything. They were on the way home and he said, "Baby, do you want me to show you the house me and my ex-wife lived in?" And that's why we like, why the hell would she want that? Like, what the hell? I don't want that shit. See the house you and your ex-wife lived in. For what? I don't give no fuck.
the bricks was put on that motherfucker. It was already there. Nobody, no other couple had that house. I did a little bit more deeper research. I took the owner's name and I plugged it in Facebook. I got to the point where I searched so hard and so long that not only did I find the owners of that house on Facebook, I found the picture of when they posted on Facebook that the lot was sold and they were standing there where there was foundation still on that motherfucking lot. The house ain't
Child.
even been built. They were a newlywed Caucasian couple. And that was not a picture of Jared and his ex wife. We made it home. I got out that car.
So she did all this
I
in the
came
car?
upstairs. I got in that bed and I put my head to the back of that headboard. And he said, "Babe, you feeling okay?" Because mind you, I'm pregnant.
What the
And I looked
hell?
at him and I said, "I have a question about that house."
Not another question.
So, with that house, when you move there, he told me, I said, "You moved there, it's on so and so date." I said, "And you and your ex wife used to live there." "Yeah, babe, that's where we lived." I said, "Okay." I said, "So who is Ashley and Justin?" He said, "I don't know Ashley and Justin." I said, "Because Ashley and Justin been owning that house since 2011. He said, "Babe, where you get that from?" I said, "Because this HCAD." And I turned the phone around. I said, "Because this is HCAD. You never owned that fucking house.
Hell
So
no.
who is Ashley and Justin if they're the owners of the house?" That man told me, "Babe,
Another lie.
man, I don't even want to tell you this." I said,
Mm-mm-mm.
"Tell me what?" "All right, man. When me and my ex-wife split, Ashley and Justin let me crash in their garage. They got their garage set up like a man cave. And to be honest with you,
What?
babe, you saw the boxes in the garage when we passed through there. That's actually where I stored my shit at." I said, "Jared, I don't even believe that you know Ashley and Justin." He said, "Babe, I used to work with Justin at Buffalo Wild." Again, this another Buffalo Wild Wings. I said, "Jared, yeah. Uh, I don't know how much more of this I could take. Babe, I promise you."
At this point, I am sick of Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm sick of CC. Uh, Child, I'm sick of Jared. Like, I didn't even get tired of Reesa saying Legion's name the way I am sick of this lady and Buffalo Wild Wings and goddamn CC and Jared. I'm so damn sick of it. I seriously am. And you discovering all these lies. Why the hell you just still laying next to him? He literally just lied to your face. You got the shit pulled up on the phone and he just made up another lie, just like a piece of drool falling off his tongue. It just fell right out his mouth. Hell nah. Nah, shit like that angers me. Like, anger me. Like, fuck, I'm a domestic violence show ass nigga. Get the fuck away from me. Get away before I had charges up on me. Oh no, this is stupid.
"I promise you ain't lying." I said, "Okay, cool." He got so upset and so angry because I kept saying, all right, cool. All right, cool. Don't even worry about it. Okay, cool. He kept getting so angry that he ended up storming out of that house and he was gone for hours. I have no clue where he went.
I wouldn't give a damn.
So now that we have talked about the supposed house that they lived in, let me get to the part about the ex wife. So I asked him, I said, and you say that you got married when? He told me a date. Might have been 2015, 2016. I said, and you said her name was Pierce Wood. He told me her last name. We're going to say it's Pierce Williams. I said, why ain't no divorce decree for you and Pierce?
Child.
He said, we got married in Louisiana. I said, oh, okay, y'all got married in Louisiana. I said, okay, I ain't checked Louisiana. He said, oh yeah, if you check the records, they there. I said, okay, bet. I'm gonna check them. I'm a damn sure check them. He said, why are you asking me all of these questions? I said, because you done lied about having a daughter. You done lied about the house. Now, if you do have an ex-wife, I really kind of want to know now what really happened with y'all because ain't no way in the fuck you done shot somebody. Ain't no way you done shot nobody. So now let's move into the ex-wife story. Part 6, the lies he told.
I just wiped my face
So
too, y'all. Shit.
before I
Goddamn.
found out about all of the lies, he explained to me
Oh,
about how
Cardi,
he met
don't
his
even do
ex-wife.
it.
He told me that him and his ex-wife, they met in high school. They were actually high school sweethearts, went to prom together, the whole nine. They had been together for years. He told me that shortly after they graduated, they decided to go ahead and get married down in Louisiana. And he told me that him and her were unable to ever conceive a child due to the fact that he was very obese in the earlier part of his life and also up until around the age of 28 because he did tell me that he got the gastric sleeve surgery. He told me that it was impossible for him to have kids. His stuff just didn't work. And I said, "Wow, that's crazy." He said, "And to be honest with you, it is so crazy that you got pregnant by me because I didn't ever think I would be able to have kids." I said, well, I mean, you done lost a lot of weight, babe. Like, I'm trying to be encouraging. I'm trying to let him know, like, hey, you're not big no more. Because at that point, I saw that there was a lot of, um, what's the word that I'm looking for? Low self-esteem there. So I was like, I don't want you to start feeling insecure about yourself. It's okay. So we move on. He talks to me about the whole story about what I said in part 5 about how he caught her cheating with the man, yada, 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 you know. So as I have now currently found out that he was never married, I approach him about it. I say, hey, I could not find a divorce decree or marriage license for you and your ex wife. I said, so of course, I have told you this before, and I'm going to tell you this again. If I ask you a question, I already know the answer to it. So you might as well go ahead and let me know. Have you ever been married in your life? That man looked at me like he always do. And he sat with that shit and he said, yeah, we got married. Yeah, babe, I told you I was married. I said, okay, cool. All right, cool. So once again, I had to tell him, I talked to your daddy. Your daddy said you ain't never been married to Paris. He had to flip that shit so quick. He said, I don't really want you talking to my daddy. I said, and why is that? He said, because my daddy lie a lot. Go figure. I said, okay. He said, of course my daddy ain't gonna tell you about Paris because I caught him trying to fuck Paris at a house party. I said, do what? He said, yeah, the nigga trying to fuck his own daughter-in-law. I said, come on, bruh. He said, man, my daddy get high, he get drunk, he get fucked up. And to be honest with you, he will try to fuck you too. I'ma just be honest. And I said, no, I don't get that from Pop. I don't get that from Pop. Now, I do understand that people have a past. There may have been times where his daddy may have gotten a little too loose in certain situations, but I did not believe that his daddy tried to hit on the ex-girlfriend. And at this time, he was saying his ex-wife. I did not believe that. So I ended up finding Paris on Facebook. I did not approach her. I did not communicate with her at all. But I did go to her Facebook page and I
I would
did
have.
notice that she was currently still living in Houston, Texas. She did have on her profile that she
I would have approached Paris with the quickness because isn't Paris' daughter Cece? So yeah, girl, I would have approached him. Fuck that. Hey Paris, the fuck?
was single. There were no pictures of her and Jared.
Hey Toy Toy.
She was currently in Houston. Like there were pictures of her at different places in Houston, different places. She was not in Germany. She was not in Germany, not at all. And she does not even look like the type
Oh no,
that
Paris is the ex-wife.
would even be a teacher. I really don't know what her profession is, but she did not look like that type. So he said, and speaking of Paris, she was at my job 2 weeks ago.
What?
I said, at your job doing what? He said, she was up there with her homegirls. I said, but I thought you told me that she lived in Germany. He said, man, she told me that she was back for a couple of weeks. He's still lying. Still fucking lying. I said, he here for a couple weeks. If she here for a couple weeks, I said, that doesn't even make sense, Jared. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. So, and all in all, I did get him to admit to me that he had never been married. He ain't never had no kids, and he never did live in that house.
Child.
I did get him to admit that. And I also told him, I said, Jared, I do know that you were born in said hospital at said time and said date. I said, so right now, this is the time where we really stop the lies because for whatever reason, you have a problem. And I'm not the type of woman that you have to lie to because I would have liked you regardless without the lies. Now, granted, people, I do know that there were several red flags before we got here. I already know this. In
Hey
the back of my
loves,
head,
y'all. Welcome to the chat.
I knew that I ain't want to be, I didn't want to be a woman with two babies, two baby dad. I ain't want that for my life. So I tried working with him through it. On the next part, I will tell you about how we tried to do counseling, premarital counseling, and how they went. Part 7, the lies he told. So now we're moving into that place where we really need to do premarital counseling. And honestly, we need to do personal counseling. He needs his own therapist. I need my own therapist. And I told him, I said, um, I am willing to walk and to work with you through anything, but you cannot continue to keep lying to me. You cannot. You cannot keep doing this. I told him that I was unaware if he had been lying his entire life, but I know that I am going to continue praying for you. I still wanted to be married. I still desired to be married so badly. And I stuck with that man through premarital counseling, through all of that. So we started going through counseling. And I'm not going to lie, the lady handled the both of us with a lot of grace. She triggered a lot of demons within that relationship. She really did. Up to the point where he told me, he said, hey, I think she's biased. I really want a male to do our counseling. Let's not go to her anymore. And I agreed. I told him, I said, if you feel that way, I do want the both of us to be comfortable. So if you do feel that she is biased or, if you don't think she's the best fit, we can most definitely move forward with another counselor. So we tried allowing my cousin and his wife to counsel us. And then that's when I broke the ice and I told them, y'all, this man is literally an habitual liar. Like he is a liar. And I don't know if I am taking the right step here. They told me that I should basically investigate on why he's lying like this. And what, like, in other words, ask him why does he feel like he needs to lie to you? And then build from there. And they worked with us. Now, his reason to all of us for why he was lying was because he knew that in order to keep a woman of my caliber, he knew that he was going to have himself together. He knew that. And what dawned on me so crazy was that I had dated men that didn't have a dime to their name, and they still was honest and they still was trustworthy. And then I turned around and got crossed up with a man that did nothing but lie to me. He was paying.
That's crazy because Reesa said when she asked Legion why he did all the lying, he said it's because I knew that um Reesa asked Legion why did he marry her or something like that. And his answer was because I knew you wouldn't want to be with me. You wouldn't let me be up in here if I didn't marry you. Like, child, y'all, I don't I don't even know. I don't know. These these red flags that these ladies are seeing, like the men are tattooing the red flags right on their foreheads and they still not seeing them.
Was paying some bills, but I deserved better. So, and all in all, marriage counseling did not work for us. Well, premarital counseling, it did not work for us.
I think women are so traumatized by bums that when they run across men that are actually supporting and paying bills, as you see, they accepting anything. Because that's what it was with Legion and Risa also. He was paying the bills. He was paying everything, so she was able to keep her money and she was just excited. This lady, he was paying the bills and she was able to pocket her money. We are so traumatized by men being bums that when they paying the bills, they just these the red flags don't even matter. This is out of control. Y'all, the bill's gonna be paid regardless. Pay attention to them red flags.
I prayed. I got through it. He went to every doctor's appointment with me, for the kid. He was there every step of the way. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? Like, I'm going to take this chance. It was stupid. It was the dumbest thing. But once again, this was on me. This was totally on me. So I knew that I was dealing with a liar. I knew that I knew the things that he lied about. That was one thing. But I also told him, like, hey, don't lie to me about nothing else. Like, let's not do that. So now I want to take you into meeting his mom. Part 8, the lies he told. So at this time, I tell him, like, hey, I really want to go ahead and meet your mom. We, at least at this point, anywhere between 2 to 3 months in the game. I said, hey, I really feel like it's time that I meet your mom. You've met my family. I've met only your father. I've met a couple of your cousins when we was over there visiting with your daddy. So let me meet your mom. He tells me,
She said at this point we are 2 or 3 months in the game. 2 or 3 months. All this happened. And she found out the truth about all this stuff within 2 to 3 months and still stayed with him.
babe, remember I told you my mom is a doctor and her availability is a little tight. I said, okay, cool. I said, but still, I really do need to meet her. Now, prior to me meeting her, when he told me that his mama was a doctor, when I found out his mama name, I did a Google search because he told me that she owned her own practice and she did. It was like she was like a primary care physician. Like she did everybody, babies, adults. She was just a PCP all around, but she had her own practice. Now I looked up all practices in Houston, Texas, and surrounding areas. Her name did not come up as being a physician. Her name did not come up as being someone that owned their own practice. So I was concerned about that as well. And so he contacted her. He never told me like a date and a time that we were going to meet. One Saturday, I was at home. I probably was laying in the bed. He called me because he was at work at Philadelphia, and he said, "Babe, my mom, she gonna pull up. If you want to meet her, you know you can come on through. Bet I'm on my way." Put on clothes, got up there, and his mama came roughly shorter after I got there. Excuse me. I said, I walked outside. I went and met her, and I said, "Hi, it's so nice to meet you." He said, "Mama, this is Jillian. Jillian, this is my mama." I said, it's really nice to meet you." She looked me up and down, and her first question to me was, "Who is your OBGYN?" "Ma'am, hello. How you doing, ma'am? Who's your OBGYN?" I said, "Dr. Kathy Sander at Kelsey Sibo, one of the best in the nation." "Okay, I know some folks over at Kelsey Sibo. I can always make a phone call if I need to." Now, at the time, I'm looking because I'm saying to myself, "Oh, maybe she's just concerned about the well being of her grandchild. And if something were to ever happen, maybe, if I needed assistance or something, she could make a phone call." That's not what that was at all. Not what that was at all. After she asked that question, I said, "Oh, okay." And she said, "So I have another question though. Um, you and him, y'all met pretty fast. You already pregnant by him?" Trying to insinuate that there is no way that I could be pregnant by her child. "Ma'am, it done been 2 or 3 months. We have been back to back, ma'am. So yeah, this is baby. This most definitely his baby. Ain't nobody else been at my house but your son. Yes, ma'am, this is your baby." So that had already put a bad sour taste in my mouth about her